Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to my channel. We are doing the D10 series plus D1, by the way, for career and jobs. Now we come to the Purva Phalguni Nakshatra, the 11th Nakshatra in our series. What are the jobs suitable for Purva Phalguni Nakshatra people? Remember, before on the offset, you got to remember both D1 and D10. Let me make that disclaimer once and for all. You got to look at the planets of the Ascendant in D1, the Lord of the Ascendant, Lord of the 10th house, and Lord of the Ascendant, Lord of the 10th house in D1 and D10. Okay. So the rules here apply to both D1 and D10. Although I'm telling D10 because of the deities, the archetypes involved, which we shall see in the next slide. So talents and abilities for the Purva Phalguni Nakshatra, creative arts and entertainment, right off the bat. Most of the Hollywood, Bollywood will be of Purva Phalguni. You can see that here also. Creative arts and entertainment industry. Leo falls in more of arts and entertainment also. This falls in Leo sign. May excel in careers related to the creative arts and entertainment industry, right? They may thrive as actors, musicians, dancers, painters, fashion designers, or in roles that involve artistic expression and captivating an audience. Movie stars. Event management and hospitality would be the next one. They may excel in event management and hospitality careers. They may thrive as the event planners, wedding coordinators, hospitality managers, or in roles that involve creating memorable experiences for others. Hotels, resorts, spas, you name it, all the hospitality industry. Leadership and management is another one that comes to mind. May excel in managerial and leadership roles. Leo, the Leo factor. They may thrive as team leaders, executives, project managers, or in roles that involve requiring taking charge and inspiring others. Leo 101, right? Okay, before we go to the next one, creative arts and entertainment. What are the planets we should be looking at when we talk of creative arts and entertainments? In Purva Phalguni, Mercury, Sun, and Venus. Obviously, when we talk of Purva Phalguni, it comes in the sign of Leo, so we are talking about looking at the sun. A lot of these have sun in it, you see, at least the first and the third one. Event management and hospitality, you got to look at Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Rahu. Event management goes out and does things in an unconventional way. There has to be a bit of Rahu whenever you consider modern technology. Yeah. Hospitality is an industry which is only post-industrial age, so we are talking Rahu here. Leadership and management, you would be looking at Jupiter, Venus, and Sun, the positions of or the aspects to Purva Phalguni Nakshatra, planets and points placed in. You got to remember this in a circle. It's not just planets, all of these three planets bunched in Purva Phalguni. That would be very linear thinking. It can be aspects of, it can be fifth or ninth aspect of Jupiter on Venus sitting in Purva Phalguni. There's so many factors. Counseling and therapy is one of them, which one we would not think of, but there you go. May have a natural inclination towards counseling and therapy. They may excel as counselors, therapists, psychologists, life coaches, or in roles that involve helping others navigate their emotional well-being. Not typically something that mainstream Vedic astrologists would think of when you talk of Purva Phalguni. Planets required, Jupiter, Venus, and Moon. When you talk of counseling, there has to be an emotional connection. That's why Moon figures in. The difference between the leadership and management, counseling and therapy becomes Sun and the Moon. Sun is about leadership. Moon is about emotional connect. Think like this. Fashion and design, they may have a talent for fashion and design. They may excel as fashion designers, stylists, hairstylists, interior decorators, graphic designers, or in roles that involve creative expression and visual appeal. Visual appeal would be Mars, Venus, and Moon. The combination of Mars, Venus, and Moon gives the ability to be highly creative. Mars gives the drive to go out and act. Venus gives the aesthetic sense. Moon gives the emotional connect. Think of planets as the archetypal roles that they play in driving a talent forward. Think of it that way. Sales and marketing. And the talent that one would not attribute to Purva Phalguni typically. May excel in sales and marketing careers. They may thrive as sales representatives, marketing managers, brand ambassadors, or in roles that involve promoting products or services. For the planets you should be looking at is Rahu, Moon, and Mercury. Mercury and Rahu together give that shrewdness, the intellect that is needed for sales and marketing. Moon gives the emotional connect to be able to sell things. You need emotional connect. Sales and marketing people, please take note. Right. Now let us see house by house what it yields us, because you got to see the ascendant nakshatra also. Before we get into the house portion, let's quick look at the deities. So if you remember, these are the deities which I've given in the introduction to the D10 chart and how to read it in the first video in the playlist. You can look it up. But just to recap, the deities are the archetypes of energies which a person will have, which they bring to the profession in the D10 chart. Now, mind you, these deities or these archetypes are only meant for D10 chart, not so much for D1 chart. Okay. Forget the natal chart for the time being, only the Shamsha, the 10th divisional chart. 0 to 3 degrees leadership, 3 to 6 degrees strong work ethic, determined people, 6 to 9 degrees Yama, discipline, strong sense of responsibility, 9 to 12 competitive spirit, 12 to 16 excellent communication skills. Other things I mentioned, I'm quickly recapping. 15 to 18 degrees, they are very dynamic and flexible, quickest to adapt. 18 to 21 degrees, it's more of financial wealth, astute sensitivity, right? Accountants kind of. 21 to 24 degrees is ability to find purpose and meaning in life. This can once again apply to all kinds of professions, mind you. Just because you're in the medical field doesn't mean you're stuck in hospitals or clinics all the time. You might be able to bring a higher meaning, like Dr. Hegde in India, right? He's bringing a higher meaning to medical science. 24 to 27 degrees is intellectual capability and innovative thinking. 27 to 30 degrees is stability and long lasting success. So, mind you, all of these 3 degrees and 10 divisions in the D10 chart, in the career chart, are very important to consider. So, any planet or point in those particular degrees will have a propensity, will have a drive in that particular direction. That's all it means. It will have that quality. Okay. This is very crucial to understand. So, you should understand this when you're determining the qualities of the planet in a D10 chart. Now, let's see Pushya Nakshatra, what it brings to the table. Now, in Aries Ascendant, this is the Aries Ascendant, Purva Phalguni falls in the 5th house of creativity. So we are talking creative expression itself here, right? Which are the ones that can help there? Well, the one that can help there is creative arts and entertainment. Yes, you got to look at this. Event management, that too is creative. Fashion design and design, that is also creative. So first, second, and 5th is what you got to look at when you come to Aries Ascendant. But how do we determine that? Let's look at the Ascendant Nakshatras there. Ashwini. Ashwini wants to lead. Okay. So leadership and management also come into picture over there. That could be another role because Ashwini wants leadership. Bharani is all about preserving things. It's all about, well, creativity of a sort, right? So what does Bharani want here? Counseling and therapy could be good in Bharani. They make good counselors. Jupiter, Venus, and Moon, you got to see position of that in Purva Phalguni here and aspects thereof. Kritika is more of leadership. Again, leadership and management will come here. Creative arts and entertainment to an extent, if they are good in becoming chefs. Kritika is good at becoming chef and bakery, cafes, that kind of business. Creative, highly creative. If you come to the Taurus ascendant, the Purva Phalguni comes in 4th house. The house of home, heart connection is what careers they would be looking for if planets are dominating in Purva Phalguni. But once again, we got to take the visit of the ascendant. In the ascendant, there's Kritika, Rohini, and Vrikshesha. Vrikshesha is hunting for intellectual connection, a soft intellectual connection. I would think more counseling and therapy, Jupiter, Venus, and Moon. In Rohini, it's more business-like. So which would be business-like here? Sales and marketing, good for Rohini people. If these planets are bunched or aspecting from Purva Phalguni and Ascendant is in Rohini, the D1, D10 doesn't matter. Kritika Nakshatra, again, it would be creative arts and entertainment or leadership and management positions for the Taurus Ascendant. For the Gemini Ascendant, it comes in the third house of skills. Competition. What would require competition? Sales and marketing. Gemini is very good at talking, right? That would be one thing. Ascendant. So sales and marketing could be one. What else can we draw a hint for Gemini people? What other things requires talking? Leadership and management, counseling and therapy. But we got to take the hint from the Ascendant. Vrikshirsha, it will be counseling and therapy. Punarvasu, it can be event management and hospitality. Punarvasu is good in real estates. Ardra Nakshatra, it will be again good in counseling and therapy. Ardra loves to dig deep into things, dig deeper into subjects. Counseling and therapy, you got to look at Jupiter, Venus, and Moon placements there. Then you get a hint. Broader hints will be available by placement and position, as well as deities in the D10. Okay? We'll see this in case studies further. In case of Cancer Ascendant, Purva Phalguni falls in the second house. Cancer is more of an emotional sign, first moksha sign, first water sign. So we are thinking emotional connect here. All of them, except perhaps leadership and management, creative arts, event management, counseling therapy, fashion design, all of these will require emotional connects, right? There's Venus involved in all of them, in some moon also. Venus requires an emotional connect. So, but we got to take hints from the Ascendant Nakshatra. Ascendant Nakshatra and Punarvasu, I would think event management and hospitality, yes. In Pushya, it would be more about teaching line. What would require teaching, counseling, and therapy line? Ashlesha Nakshatra, what would Ashlesha be good at? I think creative arts and entertainments also, right? And counseling and therapy. Again, Ashlesha is also a deeper nakshatra, so counseling and therapy also could be good there. For the Cancer Ascendant. For the Leo Ascendant, Purva Phalguni is right in the Ascendant itself. So it could be any one of these careers. Now you got to see other planets and points where they are placed in the chart, and you got to see their deities, and you got to see their nakshatras, which we should be covering one by one. We are in just the 11th nakshatra right now. We got to go up to 27. There's a lot more to go, folks. Okay. So keep watching, and there we will cover all the other nakshatras, and then you have to do your own study based on this. Come to the Virgo Ascendant, and we have Purva Phalguni in the 12th house of hidden stuff, working behind the scenes. Counseling and therapy comes to mind. Okay. Sales and marketing also could be it, not so much. 12th house aspects, foreign travels, leadership and management, yes. Counseling and therapy, yes, could be done in foreign lands. Arts and entertainment could be done in foreign lands as well. So let's take the hint from the Ascendant. Uttara Phalguni, Hasta, and Chitra are the possible Ascendant nakshatras in Virgo, right? Uttara Phalguni would be more of management-ish roles, leadership and management. Leadership and management of hospitals. 12th house is for hospitals. Could be possible. Hasta Nakshatra, more of creative arts and entertainment. Hasta people are highly entertaining. Entertaining in foreign lands. Purva Phalguni. Sorry, we are here, sorry, Chitra. Chitra Ascendant. If it's Chitra, again, once again, creative arts and entertainment, could be fashion and design, both. Yes? Outside track there a little bit. When we come to the Libra Ascendant, it's in the 11th house. Leo comes in the 11th house for a Libra Ascendant. 11th house is for other people, community engagement. Libra loves community engagement. They are all about other people. But let's see from the Ascendant perspective. Chitra, Swati, and Vishakha. Chitra, arts, more of arts, creative arts and entertainment, fashion and design. Vishakha, event management and leadership management. These two, the middle two. For Swati, it will be something highly individualistic, so it will be more on leadership, Jupiter, Venus, and Sun placement. Okay, Sun, if it's placed in Purva Phalguni in Leo, exalted for a Libra ascendant, they will get lots of popularity in the external world. Okay, so that's it for the Libra ascendant. For the Scorpio ascendant, it falls in the 10th house, the house of career. So this becomes really vital for Scorpio ascendant because fifth sign of Leo falls in the 10th house. Of relationship, boss, career, appreciation, place of work. These are the characteristics in the 10th house, right? Now, what we need to see? We need to see the ascendant nakshatras Scorpio, Vishakha, Anuradha, and Jyeshtha. Jyeshtha is about management, so it will be management and hospitality. Anuradha can also be about that, but Anuradha cares more, so it can be counseling and therapy. Vishakha Nakshatra should be about leadership and management. That would be the careers for Scorpio people if more planets are punched in Purva Phalguni, and it will be dominant because it is in the 10th house. Leo is in the 10th house for the Scorpio ascendant. For the Sagittarius ascendant, the Leo falls in the 9th house, right? Right. So let's see the ascendant, what hints it gives. Uttarashada, Mula, and Purvashada. Uttarashada, Purvashada about victories, gaining and maintaining victories. Creative arts and entertainment, kind of. Event management and hospitality, yes, that's a highly competitive field. Look for competition. Leadership and management could be possible because it's the 9th house of gurus, teachers, mentorship, counseling, and therapy. Yes, possible. Both of these middle ones are possible, definitely. Leadership management and counseling and therapy. If it is in Uttarashada, Purvashada. In Mula, it wants to dig deep. Counseling and therapy, digging deep for finding out the truths. That is Mula Nakshatra. If the ascendant is in Mula and these planets and points, Jupiter, Venus, Moon are bunched in Purva Phalguni for a Sagittarius ascendant, that's a dominant career path. For the Capricorn ascendant, Purva Phalguni comes in the 8th house of secrets, 8th house of hidden stuff. What are the ascendants? Uttarashada, Shravana, and Dhanishta. Dhanishta is again creativity, arts, and entertainment, more like musicians, actors, dancers, painters, like musicians, okay? Singers, pop stars, rock stars. Shravana is more like a teacher, so it will be more in the direction of leadership and management. Yes, possible. More like business coaches type of material. Uttarashada would be more of leadership and management. Definitely, Uttarashada wants to maintain that sense of power. That's their life theme. You know what I'm talking about? See my 27 Nakshatra playlist, please. For the Aquarius ascendant, number 11, the unconventional mavericks of our planet, right? The Leo appears right opposite 7th house, all about others. Let's look at the ascendants once again. Dhanishta, Shatabhisha, Purva Bhadrapada. Okay, so what does this give us? Dhanishta will give more like arts and creative arts and entertainment. Shatabhisha is little unconventional. Event management and hospitality, yes. One girl who is doing this. Event management, which is Shatabhisha. Another thing could be counseling and therapy. Also, Shatabhisha loves to dig deep and go into the abstract matters. When you go into the matters of the mind, it's always abstract. Shatabhisha would be good for that, like Mula also. Purva Bhadrapada, on the other hand, would be more of leadership and management roles. Yes, Purva Bhadrapada is good at that. And it's 11th house is all about others. Purva Bhadrapada can lead unconventional way. Let me put it that way. Last but not the least, we have our Piscean friends, the gentle Pisceans, whose Leo or Purva Phalguni Nakshatra in our case appears in the 6th house of daily work routines. Any of the careers have got daily house work and routines, but let's see the ascendants then to get hints. Uttara Bhadrapada, Revati, and Purva Bhadrapada. Uttara Bhadrapada and Purva Bhadrapada in Pisces are most of a gentle form, right? So that would be more of leadership management and event management and hospitality. Event management and hospitality, Uttara Bhadrapada. Leadership and management, Purva Bhadrapada. Revati Revati, the prosperous one. Creative arts and entertainments would be good, and event management and hospitality also would be good. That, ladies and gentlemen, is for Purva Phalguni. The next one will take up the next nakshatra, which would be what? Uttara Phalguni. What comes after Purva is Uttara. Fair enough. So we'll take up Uttara Phalguni, this little guy over here. Until then, take care, say, be awesome.